What's up? It's Ben from WODprep, and in this video, I'm gonna help you improve your toes to bar. So when it comes to toes to bar, a lot of people focus on the kipping and the leg positioning, and there's a whole bunch of skill involved to do toes to bar. But for some athletes, the thing that they're missing is simply core strength and stamina. So that's what we're gonna develop in this video. I'm gonna teach you 6 different drills that you can do with minimal equipment to increase your core strength so that you can get better at toes to bar. And if you're someone who's trying to improve toes to bar, I have a lot more than just this video. I actually have the ultimate guide to toes to bar. It's a completely free training that I would love to send you. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you where you can go get that completely free to level up your toes to bar game. But for now, let's dig into the 6 drills that's gonna help increase your core strength so that you can make toes to bar look really, really easy and hopefully do big unbroken sets without fatiguing your core, because your core is gonna be strong. The first 3 drills actually don't even involve a pull-up rig. So we're gonna go on the floor. So for drill 1, we're actually gonna get on the floor. This is a common movement that you've probably done if you've needed to scale down toes to bar before, but it's actually a great core strengthening drill. All we're doing here is getting into our hollow body position, which is a lot of what we're doing in the toes to bar. I'm trying to lift my legs off the ground, lift my upper back off the ground, and hold a hollow body position. This is such a simple way to develop your core strength and stability. I mean, I'm shaking already just hanging here for a few seconds. So it's a great drill. You can do it anywhere, and it's gonna help strengthen your core to develop those toes to bar. Another variation, I think a little bit harder, is we can do toe touches. So these are just like alternating V-ups essentially. So from the hollow position, I'm taking opposite hand to opposite toe. So basically right hand to left toe, left foot, excuse me, left hand to right foot, so on and so forth. This is another great drill that can help exaggerate that hinging pattern, that compression of the core to help strengthen our core. And then last but not least, we have the V-up, and that's where I'm just doing both at the same time. And these can be pretty darn challenging. And if you've ever done a lot of V-ups as a scale for toes to bar, you realize it's so much better to do toes to bar. I'd rather do toes to bar in the middle of a CrossFit Metcon than V-ups, because V-ups are hard. So if we use this drill to help develop our core strength, hopefully you won't have to do too many of them because you'll be able to do those toes to bar as RX'd. Next thing we're gonna do, this is a slight variation, is you can grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell, or you can do this on the side of a pull-up rig. Doesn't really matter, just anything for you to hold your hands onto above your head. So I'm grabbing my kettlebell behind my body, arms fully locked out, and with straight legs, I'm trying to lift my legs and lower body up, hinging just like I would be in a strict toes to bar or a straight legged toes to bar. And I'm trying to either touch my feet to the pole that I'm grabbing onto or get my feet almost to touch this kettlebell behind my head. So keeping your core tight. Just try to remember when you come back down, don't let your back arch. I don't want to see too much of a gap underneath the bottom of your back. We want to keep our core tight in the hollow body position, so my lower back is actively pressing into the ground. If we get lazy, then we're gonna end up in this position, which is gonna put a lot of pressure on your lower back, and I'm just cramping just doing that. So keep your core tight, keep that lower back pressed into the ground, don't overextend. And then if you've ever been a gym bro, like I was back in the day, you might have tried, this is a barbell rollout or an ab rollout. You can use the little ab rollout cool machines, or you can just use a barbell. These are pretty tough. Definitely go from your knees, and you're gonna wanna have your hands narrow. You can try them wide. I just kind of would grab the width that you would normally do a toes to bar, so about shoulder width. And then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll the bar out, try to get my arms extended and go down as far as I can without losing my core. So I don't wanna overextend. If you ever feel like you're basically breaking that midline and overextending and splatting to the ground, you're going too far. So if you need to scale down, obviously still go from the knees here. You can roll out halfway and come back. This is a great way to develop core strength, and it doesn't involve much equipment. And then The ultimate is if you're able to get all the way down, keeping that core tight, touch your nose, and all the way back up. And just from doing the demos that I've done so far today, that is very difficult. So these are 3 great drills that you can do, not even using the pull-up bar. Now let's move on to drill number 4. Do you love puppies? Do you hate taxes? Do you want to get bigger muscles and look cool? Then hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate that, because then the YouTube overlords will send more people to this video and all the other WODprep videos. Thank you so much. Now it's time for drill number 4. We're actually gonna hop back on the pull-up bar, and we're gonna go into slightly more advanced movements. So drill number 4 is a hanging leg raise or knee tuck, depending on your ability level. So all we're gonna do, no kipping at all. We're gonna hold onto the bar, try to keep ourselves stable, and with perfectly straight legs, I wanna see how high you can raise those toes. So for me, that's about as high as I can get them. You might be able to go higher. You might not be able to get quite that high. That's fine. But I'm trying to keep my knees straight, toes pointed, and I can just feel right now, this is just working my core, my hip flexors. It's a great way to develop that strength that we're looking for to actually swing those feet up to the bar. If you can't do that with straight legs, let's say your quads are cramping, you don't have that strength, then what we can do as a scale is you can bend your knees, or you can maybe partially bend your knees. Okay, so all that makes it a little bit easier. The more I bend my knees, the easier it is to lift my legs. You could also keep them in a partial bend, or again, the hardest version is with legs completely straight. You can add a little bit of a tempo, maybe lower your legs really slowly when you're letting them down. There's a lot of different variations, but this is a great way to focus on that core, but you're also kind of activating the upper body to keep yourself stable and prevent yourself from swinging around, because that's the key for that movement. Drill number 5, this one's very tough, and that is a hanging L-sit. So basically, same exact movement as we just talked about, except once you get those legs parallel, try to stay there and hold it for as long as possible, and try not to shake like a leaf. It's very difficult, but looks like this. I get into that L-sit position. Can you hold this position? How long can you hold it for? Great way to develop core strength. And I won't bore you by hanging out there too long. I frankly just don't want to show you how much I shake when doing it. But keep your legs straight, get those feet at or above parallel to the ground, and try holding it with those legs straight. Obviously a scale down, same thing as before, is we can tuck our knees as much or as little as we need. And it's still a great way to develop that core strength. And then the 6th core strengthening drill, this is one that I used to do a lot, and I think it's part of the reason why I can do a lot of kipping unbroken toes to bar. And that is a strict toes to bar with a tempo on the way down. So it looks like this. And if you can't do toes to bar, you can ignore this one, that's fine. But if you can get your toes to the bar, I don't really care how they get there. Once your toes to the bar, lower yourself as slowly and controlled as possible. So the goal here is to keep your legs straight and lower your feet as slow and controlled as possible. Doing sets of even 5 or 6 of this will crush your core, and it's a great way to develop that stability and strength in the toes to bar. So there you have it, folks. Those are 6 simple drills that you can add into your training as accessories to strengthen your core so that eventually you're going to be able to do unbroken, easy toes to bar like that. If you have a strong core, it's going to make everything else easier. If you want to level up your toes to bar ability, as promised earlier in the video, I mentioned the ultimate guide to toes to bar. I want to give that to you completely free. All you have to do is go to WODprep.com/TTB. When you get there, enter your name and email, and I'm going to send you a full-blown video guide teaching you step-by-step how to get unbroken kipping toes to bar and do it right. Again, it's completely free. All you have to do is enter your name and email. You can click the link in the top comment or just type it into your browser, or it's somewhere probably on the page you're watching this video, WODprep.com/TTB. Go get the ultimate guide to toes to bar completely free. And I would love to see you give this video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and I will see you next week. Peace. Hey, did you like this video? Well, I have a lot more where that came from, where you can enhance your skills even more and learn a bunch. Click this box to watch my next video.